To say that the old fox Changfeng does have a few brushes. He pretended to save Ruoli this time, but he didn't actually spend much money, because the entire self-defense force was an actor who played with him for free. As for why the self-defense force is willing to cooperate with Changfeng for free, this has to be traced back to when Ruoli and other Su masters were arrested. At that time, Ruoli and others destroyed the Matsumoto family and put the entire TMPD to shame. Afterward, they collectively planned to escape from Osaka. At the critical moment when the plane was about to take off, the self-defense forces came forward and captured them all. Therefore, this incident immediately made the self-defense force famous. While people praised the self-defense forces for their work, they would even scold the TMPD as a bloody head, thinking that they were a bit too wasteful. Prior to this, the reputation and social status of the self-defense force in Japan were not high. Since the defeat in World War II, the attitude of the Japanese people towards soldiers has been far less respectful than before. After the self-defense forces realized that the arrest of Ruoli had greatly improved their social status, they were immersed in this highly anticipated feeling, and they were bent on creating new miracles. The shrewd Changfeng, through the praise of the Japanese nationals on the self-defense forces, realized that the self-defense forces must enjoy this feeling very much. Therefore, he directly commissioned people to connect and communicate with the high level of the self-defense forces and wanted to cooperate with them in a big show. This drama is also very simple, that is, let the self-defense forces help Ruoli escape, and then the Su family will guide Ruoli directly into the French Open prepared by the self-defense forces during the escape. In this way, the self-defense force once again successfully captured Ruoli who fled, and they will surely gain greater recognition from the people. Moreover, the original design was to allow her to escape from the TMPD after the prisoners were handed over to the TMPD. In this way, the self-defense forces can completely disassociate themselves, and at the same time drag the TMPD into the water. After the prisoner escaped, the self-defense force intercepted the prisoner from the sea and carried out a series of propaganda in the media. That is equivalent to the self-defense force has captured the prisoner now at Osaka Airport, and then the TMPD, after handing over the prisoner, will take the prisoner, and then the self-defense force will wipe the bu.tt for the TMPD, grab the killed. In that way, the self-defense forces occupy the two sides, and the TMPD is not human in the middle. Because of this, the self-defense force unconditionally cooperated with Changfeng's plan, in order to recapture Ruoli and once again play the role of turning the tide. Changfeng is really good at calculating. He not only counted the self-defense forces, and made a big help for them, but also calculated Ruoli and the whole He family. The He family has always been concerned about Ruoli's safety. Since Changfeng promised the He family that he would rescue Ruoli, the He family has been very grateful to him. Now, the Su family did indeed rescue Ruoli from Tokyo. This alone is enough for the He family to be grateful. But how could the He family know that Father Su was just acting for them? His original plan was to rescue Ruoli from the TMPD and hand her over to the self-defense force. Simply turning the left and right hands on the right hand can achieve both sides and greatly reduce the cost of the whole thing. For the Su family, it has the best of both worlds. However, no one thought that everything carefully planned would suddenly change. Even the old man Su himself is looking forward to the news of Ruoli successfully captured by the self-defense forces in Eastcliff. While he was waiting anxiously, a senior member of the self-defense force directly called. As soon as the phone connected, old Su cheerfully asked, "Matsushima-san, have you caught Ruoli?" "Caught a shit." The other party scolded on the phone. "Why is there no one in the boat you arranged?" "Where is Ruoli now?" Elder Su asked in amazement. "What did you say?" "No one in the boat?" the other party said angrily. "Yes, there is no one in the boat." This? Su suddenly became a little nervous and said, "My subordinates told me not long ago that everything is under control. How could they suddenly disappear? Why are you asking me?" The other party said furiously, "We have been waiting at the predetermined location, and we have waited until now to finally wait for the target ship, but there is not even a ghost shadow on board." As he said, the other party threatened viciously. I tell you, Sue, if you don't hand over Ruoli as soon as possible, then don't blame us for being rude to you, Changfeng said nervously. There must be something hidden in this matter, Mr. Matsushima. I implore you to send the Maritime Self-Defense Force to search immediately, the other party said coldly. We simply do not have enough human and material resources to carry out such a large-scale search. If you can get Ruoli back, then everything is fine, but if you can't get her back, then the Japanese government will place the blame for Ruoli's on your Sue family. Changfeng was in a hurry and blurted out, Mr. Matsushima, please don't worry about this matter. We will definitely go all out to search for her whereabouts and do everything possible to send her back. The other party gritted his teeth and said, Changfeng, remember that you only have a few hours. If you can't catch Ruoli after dawn, you will be at your own risk. Changfeng hurriedly agreed and blurted out, Mr. Matsushima, don't worry, we will definitely search for her. I'll give you a satisfactory answer as soon as possible, the other party said coldly. There is not much time left for you. After hanging up the phone, Changfeng's expression suddenly became extremely angry. He immediately found his confidant and blurted out, What is going on with Ruoli? The other party said with a blank face, Master, I don't know this matter. At present, we can't contact anyone involved in this matter. I feel very strange, the situation does not seem to be optimistic. Changfeng gritted his teeth and ordered, Immediately contact all those involved in the operation tonight. In any case, you must find Ruoli's whereabouts as soon as possible. Otherwise, if Ruoli really disappears, the Japanese government will definitely think all this is our Sue family's planning behind the scenes, and we will completely lose the entire Japanese market. The Sue family not only needs to cooperate with Japanese companies in the ocean shipping industry, but other industries have also entered the Japanese market more or less. If this matter is handled improperly and offends the Japanese government, all Sue family's industries in Japan will be severely affected. By that time, the Sue family's losses will be very heavy and beyond repair.